to order. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Campbell.
Here.
Dempsey. Fournier.
Here.
Hammond.
Here.
Crop.
Here.
Rick.
Here.
Voorhees.
Here.
I'll entertain a motion to excuse Commissioner Dempsey.
Motion to excuse Commissioner Dempsey.
Support.
Roll call, please.
Campbell.
Yes.
Fournier.
Yes.
Hammond.
Yes.
Crop.
Yes.
Rick.
Yes.
Voorhees.
Okay, we'll move on to announcements, acknowledgements, communications, and reports. Our first announcement would be the Building Safety Month proclamation. This is the Building Safety Month of May 2023. Whereas our city is committed to recognizing that our growth and strength depends on the safety and essential role our homes, buildings, and infrastructure play, both in everyday life and when disaster strikes. And whereas our confidence in the resilience of these buildings that make up our community is achieved through the devotion of vigilant guardians, building safety and fire prevention officials, architects, engineers, builders, tradespeople, design professionals, laborers, plumbers, and others in the construction industry who work year-round to ensure the safety construction of buildings. And whereas these guardians are dedicated members of the International Code Council, a nonprofit that brings together local, state, territorial, tribal, and federal officials who are experts in the building environment to create and implement the highest quality codes to protect us in the buildings where we live, learn, work, and play. And whereas these modern building codes include safety guards to protect the public from hazards such as hurricanes, snowstorms, tornadoes, wildland fires, floods, and earthquakes. And whereas Building Safety Month is sponsored by the International Code Council to remind the public about the critical role of our community's largely unknown protectors of public safety to our local code officials who assure us of safe, sustainable, and affordable buildings that are essential to our prosperity. And whereas it starts with you, the theme for Building Safety Month 2023 encourages us all to raise awareness about building safety on a personal, local, and global scale. And whereas each year in observance of Building Safety Month, people all over the world are asked to consider the commitment to improve building safety, resilience, and economic investment at home and in the community, and to acknowledge the essential service provided to all of us by local and state building departments, fire prevention bureaus, and federal agencies in protecting lives and property. Now, therefore, I, Laura Kropp, Mayor of the City of Mount Clemens, on behalf of the City Commission, do hereby proclaim the month of May 2023 as Building Safety Month. All right, and we have one more. Last week, one of our residents, Dolores Gaziniak, who was a loyal follower of commission meetings and city happenings, passed away. And so we wanted to commemorate her with a proclamation. Whereas the City of Mount Clemens pays tribute to many individuals, organizations, and activities throughout the year, and whereas the City of Mount Clemens lost a true friend and advocate recently, Dolores DeCruzio Guziniak, the real mayor of Mount Clemens, passed away on April 24th, 2023. And whereas Dolores was born in Detroit to Italian immigrant parents on September 15th, 1936, and was a loving wife to Ronald Guziniak until his passing in 1996. Dolores and Ronald were the proud parents of 2 children and 3 grandchildren, as well as many nieces and nephews. And whereas Dolores was well known for her captivating personality and her eagerness to learn, and whereas working life took Dolores on an adventurous career path, and she reveled in her many positions and accomplishments, demonstrating that you are never too old to learn or help. And whereas, besides her engaging personality, Dolores was well known in Mount Clemens as an active citizen, election worker, and historian. Dolores was a founding member of the Kendrick Neighborhood Watch Group and was considered its liaison with the city, often reporting to the City Commission on what was happening with the group. And whereas, leaving a mark on the heart of all who met her during her long and vibrant life, Dolores will be remembered as a friend and the real mayor of the City of Mount Clemens. Therefore, I, Laura Kropp, Mayor of the City of Mount Clemens, on behalf of the City Commission and all our citizens, do posthumously honor Dolores with this proclamation and express our heartfelt sorrow for the loss of a dear friend. Almost did it.
Nicely
All right,
done.
we'll move on to, does anyone else have any announcements, acknowledgements, communications, or reports? Okay, seeing none, we'll move on to adoption of the agenda.
Mayor Kropp, I move that we adopt the agenda as presented.
Support.
Does anybody have any questions or comments? Call the roll, please.
Campbell,
Yes.
Fournier,
Yes.
Hammond.
Yes.
Crop,
Yes.
Rick,
Yes.
Voorhees.
Yes.
Okay, we will move on to citizens' comments, public participation. This is the opportunity that we give to the public to come and address the commission. We ask that you give us your full name, your residential address, and you abide by our 3-minute rule. We'll start with those in the public with us, and then we'll go to our Zoom call. Is there anyone who would like to address the commission at this time?
Good evening, everyone. I am Thomas Barnes, and I live at 291 Jones Street. And in my mind, I told myself what I was going to say when I got here today. But so just bear with me. So I was invited to this dialogue day at Mount Clemens Community Schools a few years back. And while engaging the students at Mount Clemens Community Schools, I was asked to attend a breakout session with a spunky, older, white-haired lady who spent about 25 minutes of our breakout session having a group of kids gang up on me because I, as untalented as I am when it comes to fixing things, just told Dolores about how I had to call a plumber to my house the morning before to fix the handle on my shower. And Dolores went into a long diatribe about how Italians wouldn't do that, and how, if you wanted that thing fixed, you should have fixed it yourself. And so this spunky lady full of life, I meet her one day and I never see her again. And then one day I show up to meet the then Commissioner Kropp at one of her coffee talks, and I am reintroduced to Mrs. Dolores Kaziniak again. And it was at that point that I realized that of the 15,000 plus people I live around in Mount Clemens, not very many of them are as civically engaged as this older, spunky lady from Mount Clemens. And I just wanted to say that is what makes Mount Clemens a really great place to live, right? It's all of these different people, all of these different personalities, and all of these different spices of life all cohabitating in one place, just trying to find a way for us to be. And for me, as a young guy trying to come into this thing and help out, seeing this lady who was so engaged and so a part of everything, and not seeing her here, I just wanted to say to everyone that she'll be missed. Thank you.
Anyone else today? Anybody else on Zoom? Okay. Thank you, everyone. We will move on to number 7, administrative response to issues or questions raised during previous meetings. Mr. Shipman.
At the last regular city commission meeting during public comments, a person asked, how many applications did the city clerk receive for marijuana business permits? And of those applications, how many were awarded? There were a total of 10 applications for marijuana retail establishments submitted during the initial application period of January 30th, 2023 through February 3rd, 2023, including the 2 existing medical marijuana facilities and the 2 mandated by court order. After reviewing the applications, a total of 7 conditional marijuana retail establishment permits were granted.
Okay. Any questions or comments for Mr. Shipman? We'll move on to approval of minutes.
Motion to approve the work session and regular city commission meeting minutes for April 17th, along with work session and special meeting minutes for April 24th, 2023.
Support.
Questions or comments? All right, seeing none, call the roll, please.
Fournier,
Yes.
Hammond.
Yes.
Crop,
Yes.
Rick,
Yes.
Voorhees.
Yes.
Campbell.
Yes.
Okay, we'll move to general business. 9A, request city commission approval of a contract amendment for engineering services. I'll entertain a motion.
I move to approve the proposed extension and amendment to the agreement for engineering services as presented and authorize the appropriate city officials to execute the same.
Support.
Okay. Mr. Shipman?
The city currently contracts with AEW, Anderson, Eckstein, and Westrick for engineering services. AEW is requesting a 5-year extension to the engineering service contract with an amendment that allows a 3.7% increase in the hourly rates each of the 5 years. This increase would occur annually on July 1st. Attached are the proposed hourly rates along with the original signed agreement and the signed extension for engineering services. The fee schedule for improvement projects will remain unchanged. Over the last 10 years, working very closely with city staff, AEW has helped secure approximately $4.8 million in grant dollars for various projects throughout the city. AEW has assisted in securing approximately $5.7 million in matching street funding through the Macomb County and MDOT for paving projects. Additionally, over the last 10 years, AEW has not changed its hourly rates. Attached herein for review, please find proposed extension and amendment to agreement for engineering services along with exhibits A, B, and C to be attached to the same. The city attorney has drafted and approved the amendment. City administration is in support of the extension and amendment and recommends approval of the same.
All right. Questions?
Has your staff had any issues or concerns with AEW engineering up to this point?
None.
Just wanted to.
Put it out there. As you know, I had one concern. First of all, I'm a big fan of AEW. I think they do tremendous work, and they're more like part of the staff. They just do, they're a part, an important part of the city. What I didn't like was the 3.75% or 5.7, which
3.7.
Well, anyway, there was a guaranteed increase for 5 years. We don't know what's going to happen in 5 years. I mean, that's, a lot of things can happen, and it's a long time. But I will just note that there is you can end this contract at will with notice. So that was my comfort, if you will, that we could do something if we needed to. But what I wanted to know was, would this contract come up for review? I don't think when we do a 5-year contract, they come up for review at a regular cadence, or like when they, after 1 year, when this next 3.7% increase would go through. So I would like to see some, it brought forth that, you know, we believe that they should get the next 3.7. It fits in with the current economic, that's really my biggest fear, is the economic reasons, and that we would see it on an annual basis, not just tucked away for the next 5 years.
Seems like maybe during the budgeting process every year, it should be
Maybe
obviously considered, but
absolutely. I think that's a good time to do it, especially given the timing of this contract. And it probably is a good time to look at, I mean, I don't know how many there are, but at least material contracts that are on just a continuous extension or amendment process. Might be a good time to look at a lot of those.
Actually just did put a list together, purchasing, put a list together of all those long-standing contracts so we can review and each one individually like we did.
I think
This
that's a
one.
good idea, yeah.
And then we have, normally we do an annual review, but we're now doing quarterly for all of our outside contractors.
Very good. Thank you.
any other questions or comments? All right, call the roll, please.
Fournier.
Yes.
Hammond.
Yes.
Crop.
Yes.
Rick.
Yes.
Voorhees.
Yes.
Campbell.
Yes.
Okay, 9B, purchases and payments of invoices.
Move to approve purchases and payment of invoices as presented.
Support.
Okay, any questions or comments? All right, call the roll, please.
Hammond,
Yes.
Crop,
Yes.
Rick,
Yes.
Voorhees.
Yes.
Campbell,
Yes.
Fournier.
Yes.
Okay, we'll move on to consent agenda.
Move to approve consent agenda as presented.
Support.
Call the roll.
Crop,
Yes.
Rick,
Yes.
Campbell,
Yes.
Voorhees.
Yes.
Campbell, I'm sorry, Fournier.
Yes.
Hammond,
Yes. He's still a yes, Kathy.
sure?
Never know.
All right, we'll move on to the city manager's report. Mr. Shipman.
Work is progressing well on the 31-unit Edison Crossing project at 106 North Mount Gratiot. They are anticipating accepting their first tenants this summer. Over in the fire department, please welcome new firefighter Nathan Townsend to the team. Nathan's first day was Monday, April 24th. Over in recreation, please check out the spring-summer lineup of classes that include dance, fitness, arts and crafts, junior golf, bus trips, dodgeball, cardio drumming, and so much more. Look for more yoga and pickleball classes coming soon. For more information, follow us on Facebook at Mount Clemens Community Center or check out our webpage at mountclemensrecreation.org. I think maybe that dodgeball class, the left side versus the right side of the condition perhaps might be a good idea.
Are you standing in the middle? So we
We're up
can,
for it.
No, I'll be refereeing.
I'll sign me up if you are.
Ongoing projects, construction projects that include updates to the splash pad, the front steps of the community center, Welch Street, various street patches, and the sidewalk program are in full swing. Upcoming events downtown, Made in Michigan Show, May 12th and 13th. Friday, it's 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Saturday is 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. They have over 100 art and craft and culinary vendors featuring live bands both days. Still have a few spaces available for the Kids Business Fair on Saturday, May 13th, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Contact the DDA at 586-469-4168 for more information. And the Natural Health and Wellness Fair will be Saturday, May 20th from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. at the Urban Naturopath Campus located at 99 South Main Street. The fair will feature 50 natural health practitioners, services, and products, all based in Macomb County. There will be live music from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. Stop in and meet the vendors.
Mickey, what day is the natural path, natural health and wellness fair? Isn't it the 14th? I don't.
No, the 14th would be a Monday.
It's Mother's Day.
I know this information is right because it's direct from Mickey Weiss, so it's got to be right.
It is the 20th.
Okay,
The 14th is Sunday.
okay. For some reason, I thought it was the 14th. Okay, well, good. All right. Sorry to question you.
Happens all the time.
True. Is there anyone who has any questions or comments for Mr. Shipman? No? All right. Well, then we will move on to our second opportunity for the public to participate in the meeting by addressing the commission. If you would like to do so, please come forward to the microphone, give us your full name, residential address, and abide by our 2-minute rule. Is there anyone at this point who would like to address the commission? Anybody on Zoom? All right, we will go ahead, move on to commissioner comments. Commissioner Campbell.
It was exactly 1 year ago this meeting that I received an anonymous letter from a resident regarding blight in the Michigan, Fessenden, Avery, Judge area, and with a list of some of the problems that they wanted addressed. Some of those have been taken care of. I was over there today regarding some of those problem properties that are still there. I have talked with the city manager regarding those. I just wanted to let this person know who wrote this letter that it is not just empty talk coming from the city, that we are pursuing the properties that they had placed in this letter that was given to me. So hopefully we will continue to move forward and that the people in this area have not been forgotten, that these issues are still in the forefront. Thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner Hammond.
I want to welcome Nathan Townsend to the fire department, and also my sincere condolences to Dolores' family. I will definitely miss running into her at the grocery store.
Thank you. Commissioner Fournier.
I think we all are going to miss Dolores, and I will too. I only have one regret, and I wish we could have given her that proclamation before she passed away.
Yeah,
She would have loved it, but she's hearing it, right?
I think so.
That's all I have.
Thank you. Commissioner Voorhees.
I too extend my sympathy to the Kseniak family. My two daughters went to school with her two grandchildren, and she was a very active participant at St. Mary's School. So we will miss her. On tonight's consent agenda, we approved a number of appointments to different boards and committees. And with your indulgence, I'm going to read the names because these are the people that keep our city running. Dennis DeWolf to the Construction Code Board of Appeals. Ray White Jr., who I went to school with at the Cable TV Commission. Kathleen Kelcher to the Board of Review. Richard Shoemaker, who had 2 appointments to the Zoning Board of Appeals and the Traffic Safety Committee. Mary Miller, who again I went to school with, to the Historical Commission. And Jennifer Gale to the DDA. We certainly commend these people for giving of their time and talents to our city and making sure that it runs smoothly. If you'll also indulge me, it's my wife's birthday today, so, you know, she said she wanted to be on TV, so you're on TV. So with that, once a Clemite, always a Clemite.
Thank you. Oh, and happy birthday, Monica.
No
Commissioner Ray.
proclamation.
Yeah, okay.
We need a proclamation.
Whereas, no, just kidding.
I'd also like to extend my heartfelt condolences to Dolores' family and friends. Our lives are going to be a little bit less without her, no matter what. And I'll just leave that at that, otherwise I'm going to make a mess of myself. I'd also like to thank those that have stepped up to serve on the boards and committees. And for those that are interested, there are still more opportunities to serve on others, including the Brownfield Redevelopment Authority, the Harbor Commission, the Historical Commission, and more. Details and the application can be found at mountclemens.gov/boards. I'd also like to welcome Nathan Townsend to the Fire Department. And as a public service announcement for those with older homes, which at this point is pretty much the whole city, there's several upcoming opportunities to learn about maintaining them. On May 2nd at the Crocker House at 7 p.m., there'll be a group meeting to discuss the ins and outs of owning an older home. The Mount Clemens Historical Commission has a presentation by Ann Baxter on preserving and restoring stained glass at 10 a.m. on May 6th at the library. If you keep your eyes on the various Facebook pages for the Macomb County Historical Society, the Mount Clemens Historical Commission, the Crocker House, and the library, there will likely be more coming up. And that is all.
Thank you. I too want to echo all your sentiments about Dolores. She was a very good friend of mine, and she will definitely be missed. She definitely had Mount Clemens in her heart and always wanted to see it do well. And so I'm thankful that that being in the position, the commission and the mayor, that being in that position led me to becoming really good friends with her, and it was an honor to be her friend. Church Street is, I know we talked about it in the past, and I know Lenny's not here, but Jeff, I don't know if you can maybe answer this question, even though, I know you can, because we probably all can, but I keep seeing on Facebook people talk about the patchwork, and there was crews out again today trying to fill in the patches as they are worn down, and the weather affects them and all that. So maybe if you want to mention the future plans of those patchwork so that we can dispel any of the rumors that might be going on Facebook.
A priority to get those permanent fixes done has been given to the contractor that is in town and is working. Hopefully, we can get some decent weather so we can pour some cement and get that going, so.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Kids Business Fair, put a little plug out there for a few of the kids. They do an excellent job. You can get your greeting cards, you can get your jewelry for Mother's Day. You can get, I hear there's this kid that is selling these seasoned pretzels that are pretty a hot commodity in town. So I highly recommend the Kids Business Fair. If nothing else, it's really fun to see all of the Mount Clemens entrepreneurs of the future. I also am excited that the Made in Michigan Festival will be happening on 2 streets this year. We have enough vendors to fill North Walnut and Macomb Place, and that's really an exciting addition to the Made in Michigan Festival. And I think it's also a great way to kick off the season because event season is upon us in downtown. So buckle up because we have a lot planned. So you'll see Mickey Weiss running around downtown quite a bit in the next few months. I have a coffee talk on May 9th, which is Tuesday at 9:30 at John's Family Grill. So make sure that you come out and have a cup of coffee. I normally have a coffee talk on May 11th, which is a Thursday, but I have to put on my other hat that day, and I have to be at my son's spring band concert. And sometimes you have to put your family before coffee talk, right? So I appreciate everyone's understanding of needing to fulfill that obligation. With that, I will offer.
Can I have a redo?
Yeah,
Just on one item.
I knew you needed one.
You and I sit on the retirement board, and just recently we received the resignation of one of our devoted members and a former city commissioner, Roger Bunton. I want to wish Roger and his family all the best. I know that he has had some health problems, but Roger has been a true trooper for the city of Mount Clemens.
For sure. Thank you for that. Thank you. All right, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Support.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you, everyone. Have a great night.